Hi, I'm Annette from MoneySmartFamily.com, and today I'm going to show you how to cook a holiday ham and our secret for getting out the salt.
Money Smart Family.
Before we get started, make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so you know every time we post a new video. To start, we're going to cut the plastic off of the ham and get it into the pot. This is a 12-quart pot. Steve found it at Walmart, good old Walmart, for a really great price. I'm going to fill the pot halfway with water. Okay, there's several different ways to get the salt out of a ham. Soaking it in water, draining the water, doing that several times. I have a secret recipe that my mother got from a butcher. It uses ginger ale, and you can just get a very low quality ginger ale. This is from Walmart also. They're not our favorite store, but we do go there. And it was like 62 cents. And I'm going to use about half of a 2-liter bottle. I filled the pot halfway with water, then I used half of a 2-liter bottle of ginger ale. Now I'm going to fill it the rest of the way with filtered water that we have here. Then I'm going to add whole cloves. And now I'm going to boil it for an hour. This does not work with a spiral sliced ham because the ham falls apart. I have tried boiling it for 20 minutes, half an hour, but it doesn't get the salt out as well as a regular shank ham. So use a regular shank ham. They're usually cheaper, and it works better for this whole process. Off to the stove we go. The lid goes on, the flame goes on, we bring the pot to a boil, and then we boil it for 45 minutes to an hour. So, the holiday ham has to be started early in the day. This is not something you could throw together in 1 or 2 hours. This is a process. The next step is to get the ham into the roasting pan. So I'm going to ladle out some of the juices. We like to give those to our dog. So I need to ladle out some of the broth so I can lift up this pot to get the ham out because it's really heavy. The ham itself is 10 to 14 pounds, and then you add, 2 gallons of liquid, and it's quite heavy. I'm carrying this over to the sink to finish the job over here because it is it's very splashy. That is done. Now I'm going to use this container. Woo! Okay, now this ham is so big, I'm going to just dump it into the pan. So here I go. And now I'm going to turn it so that it's facing up. There we go. The next step is to put orange marmalade and crushed pineapple on the ham. I do not have crushed pineapple in the house, and I don't like to make a trip to the store for just one item, so I'm using pineapple tidbits. And I'm just gonna pour those on the ham and in the tray. They're gonna be part of the gravy. It's gonna be delicious. great. And my orange marmalade did not set up this year, so it's more like orange sauce. If you can get orange marmalade, then you just put it in a bowl with some water and liquefy it. And here is the orange marmalade going on the ham. And again, that will be incorporated into the gravy as well. So it's a sweet gravy, but it is out of this world. The next step is to put the ham in the oven for 1 hour. And you want to time it so that you're pulling it out about a half hour before you're eating, because it needs to be sliced up and the gravy needs to be made. And so you need to allow time for all of that. So the next step is to put it in the oven. Remember, this is a shank ham that was hickory smoked. It's already cooked. I boiled it this morning, and we're just going to heat it all the way through so that I can make terrific gravy, and it's warm when it's ready for the meal. Into the oven it goes. Okay, we cooked the ham for an hour at 350. Okay, it's been an hour, and now it's time to take the ham out of the oven. I'm going to knock off the pineapple. I'm going to transfer it onto the cutting board for Steve to cut. Oh, it's a heavy one. There you go. And I am going to use the drippings and some additional stuff to make gravy. Now I'm going to make this awesome sweet ham gravy. And I'm going to show you all the different ingredients that I use. I use 4 cups of broth. Now, you can use broth from the potatoes, from the vegetables, from the ham. Today I'm using some of the ham broth. And I use 4 cups. So that is going into the roasting pan. I'm also adding 1 tablespoon of chicken bouillon, which is the equivalent of 3 teaspoons. This is my mom's recipe. Now I'm adding probably a teaspoon of cloves. I'm just shaking it in. I do a lot of cooking by feel because I've been cooking for so long. And then I'm going to say, I add mustard. I want to say 2 tablespoons of mustard. Okay. Then I usually add lecithin granules to break up the fat, but I don't have lecithin granules, so I'm throwing in 2 lecithin pills. And those will melt. I'm also going to add this is for 4 cups. I'm going to measure this one. I'm going to put in 1/3 cup of brown sugar. This is probably optional, or you could even cut back to a tablespoon or 1/4 cup. I'm going to do 1/3 cup of brown sugar. And then, as we've eaten pineapple, I've saved the pineapple juice. And I have probably, I want to say 2 cups of pineapple juice that I'm going to put into this gravy, which is going to be amazing. I'm using a whisk to do the final blending of the gravy. Okay, so here's our sweet gravy. I'm going to add, it's called Kitchen Bouquet. And we have a store out here called Smart and Final where you can find the large container. I think, didn't Walmart have it also? Let's see how dark that is. I go by color. 1 tablespoon is all I need to get the color I'm looking for and the flavor. I'm going to whisk it up, and then I'm going to thicken it with cornstarch. Okay, I'm put cornstarch in a cup, added some water to liquefy it. You have to wait till the gravy is at a boil, and it's pretty much there as I've added these last few things it stopped boiling, but it's coming back pretty quick. Okay, that definitely was not enough because it's it's probably 6 cups of gravy because we added the pineapple. So I'm gonna need a lot more cornstarch to thicken this. Liquefy it with water. And of course, gravy is perfect when you have mashed potatoes also. As of the time of making this, here we go, I'm pouring it in. I'm thickening it up. Yeah, that's not thick enough. Okay, one more time. Okay, gravy is ready. Oh, that looks amazing. I'm gonna put the gravy in the mixing bowl. These are really old stoneware mixing bowls handed down from my mom. Just gonna ladle it in. Okay, that's good for now. It's going on the table. And our feast is ready. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave me a comment. I love to chat with you. And make sure you watch these videos next.